Hey guys, how are you? My name is Elisa and I'm the Self Mastery Princess. And on this channel, we discuss the art of self mastery because when you master yourself, you master the world. And today we are going to be talking about anger and the emotion, what it is, how to handle it, how to have healthy arguments. And I think this is really important on your journey throughout self mastery, through engaging with other people, really getting a good understanding of anger and dynamics and different situations so that you're better equipped to be able to have fruitful relationships with the people in your life as well as in yourself, and to understand how to handle that emotion when it comes up. First and foremost, anger is not a bad thing. Let's just start right there. I think a lot of the time we feel like when we get angry that that's bad, that it's unacceptable, or we're being over dramatic, when in fact anger is what promotes change. When I think back to any time I really made a change in my life, it was because I was angry. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was fed up. So that anger was fuel for me to go to my next level. So let's just change the way we look and perceive the anger that we feel. Second thing, anger is really important to let you know what you need to work on and what your true triggers are, right? So a lot of the time when situations happen where we get angry, or something is going on where we feel like we're reactive, that emotion is showing you your blind spots, where you need to work on. And when you're on this journey to self mastery, there are a lot of things that are going to be dormant that you had no idea that was even an issue, because prior to going on this, you were operating in autopilot. You weren't really practicing being self-aware. You weren't really thinking about how you can grow, how you can get better. So one thing that I had to learn is that although I'm on my journey to self-mastery and personal development, it happens in layers, and things are still going to come up as I'm continuing on the journey, right? So for me, I love to do something and I want to do it well. That's just my overachieving spirit. But I had to learn that all this is a lifelong journey, and there are going to be moments where I get triggered. There are going to be moments where I get angry, and that's totally normal. In fact, it's actually a benefit because then it shows me where I need to work on and where I need to dig a little bit deeper. So the next time you get angry, ask yourself, why am I really getting angry? It's not typically what you think it is. Like if you're getting angry at a customer service representative, or somebody in passing, typically you're not really that upset about that situation. It's something else that you're inflicting on a person, or maybe you've had a long day, maybe you're stressful. Like it could be a number of things, but this is all going to be tools in your toolbox of self-mastery for you to kind of have a better understanding of yourself, right? So if let's say I'm a morning person, or I'm not a morning person, let me just say that. I'm not a morning person, and I'm getting all these calls and I'm getting overwhelmed and people are calling me and I blow up. Me knowing that I'm not a morning person, I can use that anger to know, let me schedule all my meetings, all my engagements after 12, once I get myself ready, once I get everything on point. Let me do that. Or for me personally, I'm a type of person, I get hangry. Like I practice intermittent fasting. So typically I'm fasting 16 to 20 hours. So if I don't find food by that first after that fast is over, I tend to be a little cranky. I tend to be a little bit impatient. What did I do to combat that? I keep nuts in my car, or I'll keep tea with me at all times, just so that I'm not, getting triggered, for no reason. So these are just small things. And also, let's say you get angry with a friend or you're in a relationship, you got to understand how to communicate how you feel assertively and non-attacking the other person. This sounds very simple, but this is definitely something that took me, practice, right? You got to understand that if you're in a discussion with a person, you got to be able to regulate your breathing, stay calm, and say, I don't, this is how I feel about this situation, and this doesn't work for me. And be able to stand behind that regardless of what you're getting on the other side. A lot of the time when we get angry and we get in arguments and we get in disagreements, it is so natural to want to combat, to want to go head to head, attack that person's viewpoints, their values, and it really is less productive, right? So when you're having a discussion with a person, you need to be able to communicate your feelings, your views on that topic, and keep your respect for that person and keep calm, because the minute it starts to go into a blame game or loud, it's just two programs going against each other and neither of you guys are hearing one another, right? And this is something that's so important because you got to ask yourself, what am I speaking up about? Do I want change or do I just want to, vent or whatever? And I think that's a lot of the reason why I think anger is such a powerful emotion, because it allows us to really reevaluate, okay, I'm angry, I'm upset, but why am I really upset? And why can I not communicate how I feel assertively without attacking? And I think this is very important to know, because sometimes we don't believe in what we're saying. That's why we feel the need to argue, to fuss, to fight, because deep down, we haven't really stood behind the stance we want to take. So we get angry at those outside of us because they're reflecting how we feel about it. Because think about it, there have been things in your life that you decided about and people had their opinions about it, but it's a no big deal. I always joke and say, if somebody came up to you and said, hey, you're a giraffe, you're not going to get upset. You're not going to get bothered because you're not a giraffe. You're a human being. So it's nothing to get worked up about. But if somebody came, to you, criticizing your business idea, criticizing your relationship views, criticizing, your home or something that's personal, you can feel that defensiveness coming up because deep down they have hit a certain insecurity. And that's why it's so important, before you react and get angry, ask yourself, why am I really getting angry about this? Had this person said something that deep down I believe, or I feel that it's a little bit true, or I haven't 100% committed? These are all questions you need to have, and be patient with yourself, because you may still continue to get angry, but at least you'll be able to now reflect and say, okay, why am I really getting angry? What is the real cause of my anger? Why do I feel like another human being can stop what is for me? Because if we think about it, right, if you really think about it, if you really believe that, you're going to get certain things, or, you're on a certain path, whatever people say, it doesn't matter. And honestly, I believe too, when we argue about certain topics, we haven't really decided. And that's why we're getting angry, because that other person, they're reflecting that. So think about anger in a different perspective. Think about it in the way of, what's really the root cause of me being angry? Understand and learn how to communicate your viewpoints assertively without being defensive. And one trick that I like to use in my communication, when you're expressing yourself, stay away from you. I spoke about this in the last video. Say, I feel like this is how I see it, ask for clarification, but stay away from pointing the finger, because it can really mess up the harmony and the dynamic between you and another person. So this is just something that I thought would be beneficial to help you on your journey. Drop down in the comments, let me know of a time that you got angry and it actually fueled you and motivated you to do something better and bigger. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.